Let's say hello to the great David Davoudpour. How are you, sir?
I'm excellent. Thank you.
Chairman and CEO of Shoneys, and in tonight, subbing, I guess we'd say this, Todd, you're subbing for the police chief who couldn't be here. He's under the weather, Deputy Chief Todd Henry. Happy to have you here, sir.
Good night.
We're here tonight because David has brought us here. He's gathered us here tonight because of what Shoneys is doing, has done, and will do for this great community.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And of course, we have the Shoneys 5K family run coming up on Saturday morning.
Correct.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
The weather's, you know what, it's going to be about 96 degrees, David, at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're all going to die.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me first of all thank you for having us here this evening. As usual, I'm very, very grateful to be here with you this evening to share with your audience and with our fellow Nashvillians to let them know, look, let's get together one more time. Again, this year is that time of the year.
That's right.
To put the positive light on our men and women in blue, the finest, Nashvillian finest, quite
Right,
frankly.
exactly.
That's the way I look at them. And then, to give them our support, to let them know we care. And simply put, by doing this 5K, it's just a token of our appreciation for what they do for us. And then, of course, the fund that has been raised from this event, 100% without any deduction, it will go to the Police Foundation, which in return will be all spent for the police education and special, equipment that perhaps they may need at a time that city cannot afford to pay for it. So from that fund would be used for it. Now, of course, I will let Chief to elaborate on that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what is important also to note, I will match personally, dollar for dollar, just like I did last year. Once again, I will match a dollar for dollar for every penny that is raised without any deduction. Once again, all will go to Police Foundation.
On Saturday.
This coming Saturday at 7:30 a.m. the race will start.
All right, now, let me introduce Deputy Chief Todd Henry. Todd, I know that you probably don't need any introduction, but for those out there who may not be as familiar with you as they might be the Metro Police Chief, you're one of three Police Department Deputy Chiefs. 20-year veteran of the department, MTSU. Let's hear it for the Blue Raiders, right?
That's right.
Absolutely. Former commander of the Hermitage Precinct and former commander of the Vice and Intelligence Operation. Welcome to the program. Happy to have you here. And if folks come out Saturday at 7:30, 8 o'clock, they're going to see a lot of blue, aren't they?
They're going to see a lot of police officers, but before I explain what all they might see there, I have to thank David Davoudpour and Shoneys.
Sure.
I mean, our goal as a police department is our outreach to the community. And we build community groups and we're at community meetings every night. But the other part of that is outreach and building liaisons with the business community. And nobody has stepped forward like David Davoudpour and Shoneys has to build this partnership.
Right.
Without him, the Police Foundation would still be in its infancy. But we're growing every year. This is the third event where we've had this Shoneys 5K run, and it's growing larger and larger every year. It's not just the run. They provide activities after the run. There's going to be activities for children, face painting. There's going to be some of that good Shoneys food out there to partake, and there's going to be inflatables and bouncies and all the things for the kids because it is a family event and a family affair. But the police department's we're going to have SWAT team members. We're going to have some of our SWAT equipment, including the big armored vehicles that we have. I think we're going to have a police helicopter out there. We're going to have some of our bomb technician, the big round thing that they put the bombs in so that nobody gets hurt. There's going to be a ton of police activity. Our training academy, which falls under my bureau, we're very proud. We've got 37 officers that are getting ready to graduate this month from the Police Training Academy to join the ranks in the field, and they're going to be out there running in formation.
They were last year.
In formation and running that 5K.
Right.
And I'm going to be right there cheering them on.
Beautiful.
You're going to be on the sideline as they go by. You'll salute or wave, right?
Exactly. I want to provide that encouragement. I could run with them, but that would not encourage them. But when I stand on the sideline and clap for them as they go by and throw water at them, I think that's going to help them out.
But this guy's going to run.
By all means.
You've run for 2 years straight.
By all means. But if I may add one more thing, if I'm not mistaken, Chief, you also going to recruit a new officer while you're there.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Perfect. Would you tell us about that?
We're going to have our recruitment tent out there. We're always hiring. We're always recruiting. We're opening a brand new precinct January of 2012 in Madison. That's been much talked about. We're also opening our 8th precinct in mid 2012, the Midtown Hills precinct. That's going to be somewhere over off of 12th Avenue. So we need men and women to man those precincts. So we're going to have our recruitment tent out there.
So now's a good time to come and talk to the recruiter, find out what the benefits are, find out what police work is all about, and see if a few good men and women can make it.
Exactly. Not only find out about the police department, but see firsthand
How it's
the
done.
members of the community out there
Right.
running in that 90-degree heat,
Now-
and see the CEO of Shoneys running in that heat.
That's right.
All to support the police foundation.
We are going to take a break, but when we come back, David, you're going to talk about some other things that Shoney's is involved in. You're not just a one-trick pony.
Yes, sir.
You got several things going on. It's kind of like a three-ring circus, isn't it?
You're
You got
absolutely-
Shoney's Bear right in the middle of it, and a lot of things going on in Middle Tennessee. We'll talk about all of that with David Davoudpour and Deputy Chief Todd Henry. As the 5K run gets ready to heat up on Saturday morning, we'll tell you how to sign up. Everybody stay with us. We're back right after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a look here. Video from last year's Shoney's 5K fun run. And David, look, we got a lot of ice because folks need to be hydrated. That's for sure. There's Shoney Bear right there. Some of the workers out there getting things ready. Tell everybody what time they need to be there, and they can just show up and run.
Well, 6:30 in the morning, it's a perfect time to show up.
There's your helicopter, Chief.
That's right.
Horses, I saw the horses.
That's right. 6:30 in the morning is the perfect time to show up. The race starts at 7:30.
Okay.
And of course, Honorable Hope Hines will be doing the gun, the start of the line.
Chief, you gonna trust me with a gun?
Yeah, a blank gun.
Blank
yeah,
gun.
yeah,
There you go. All
blank
right.
gun.
That'll be good. That's good. I'm looking forward to that. And you know, you see a lot of your friends and your neighbors out here. Those of you that are runners and you're looking for something quick, exhilarating, and fun and thrilling to do on a Saturday morning, the weather's going to be perfect. Get there at 6:30. Register. Take off at 7:30, and if you're like David, you'll be done in what, 15 minutes?
That's right. That's right.
I hope you are.
That's what I'm trying to do. And hopefully in this, this is big Papa Pump that he's going to be there Saturday.
That's right.
You know,
He couldn't be here tonight, but he will
that's
be
right.
there.
He wasn't here tonight because he is wrestling tonight. That's Chief. That hopefully
Chief
he'll
Anderson
be
right
also.
there.
Yeah.
That's right. And there are the recruits,
Yeah.
Todd. Those are the guys that you'll see some similar to that if you'll come out Saturday morning.
Exactly.
Going through stretches. This would be before the race, I presume.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll let them put on a show before the race and do a little workout and get them all.
Now, are these graduates yet?
No, they're actually in the training academy
Okay,
at this
so-
time, and
right.
we actually give them an option. You know, do you want to come out on your Saturday on your regular day off, and do you want to run and help support the departments you're going to be a part of? And unanimously, they voted that they wanted to come out and do that.
That's a great, and you got kids too, David. You got
That's right.
kids of all ages. And,
Absolutely. See, the thing is, the first is the 5K family fun run. It's going to start at 7:30 in the morning. When we finish, we will come back to kick off the 1K fun run for the kids.
Right.
They're all going to win all kind of prizes. So, as you know, there's about $1,500 worth of prizes to be given away.
Very good.
Yeah, on
That's
top
worth
of
learning for. That's worth getting up at 6:30 in the morning for.
Exactly.
I tell you.
I'm doing it.
And you're doing it for
Yeah,
nothing.
I'm doing it for nothing.
And it's costing you money.
Well, I don't mind that. I think it's for the right thing to do.
No, I know
You know,
that.
without giving back to our community, what good are we?
Sure.
We gotta give back.
I told
We
you
gotta
now,
do the right
let's
thing.
talk about giving back. There's some other things that you do. You do a golf tournament for the Boy
Correct.
Scouts,
Correct.
right? And I just found out something else you did. This man's a dynamo. He is here. He was not a part of our community a number of years ago, but you've come in, you bought Shoney's, you've immersed yourself into this community. And just last week, let me just read it here, David Davoudpour, Chairman, CEO of Shoney's, announced a $100 Let's hear a drum roll, please. $125,000 donation to support Metro Nashville Public Schools.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Great.
You see,
You are putting your money where your mouth is.
well, thank you. Thank you for saying it, and I'm humble and grateful that you're saying this, and I was hoping to be quiet about it, but now,
No.
now that you're bringing it up,
You can't be quiet about 125 grand.
but the fact of the matter is, since I had the honor to be involved with this great brand, with our brand here in Nashville, it was three things came to my mind: simplicity, innovation, and giving back to our communities. And without giving back to our communities, we're not worth anything. I'm not worth the man that I am if I can't give back, if I can't do the right thing. It's not the matter of taking, you must give back. Now, what I'm focusing on mainly, personally, I believe in education. Now, with all due respect to our men and finest Nashvillian, men and women in blue, is this fund that we're doing, the race that we're doing it out there, the money that's going to be raised for this is for education.
Right.
God willing, they could use it.
Sure.
A young officer, young and woman use it for education. The money, $125K you refer to, is for education. The golf that we're doing also, the golf tournament that we do, also this is for Shoneys in conjunction with Boy Scout of America, which is Middle Tennessee. That's
Right.
what we do.
Yep.
Shoneys Navigator Program.
It all
and
helps.
that's given a scholarship. Year to date, we have given in excess of $380,000 worth of scholarship to young and women.
And I want to say this because I was at the banquet that you had last year for these young men and women, and I'll tell you what, you can't sit there and tears not come to your eyes when you hear their stories of what they have had to endure and go through and to fight for, and to just have a tremendous desire to get that, and they do it. It is amazing. Thanks to you.
Well, my pleasure. Thank you for saying it. Hope I consider myself a tough guy, and I thought crying is for sissy. I
No,
can't
no.
ever
You
cry.
can't help yourself.
But that night I could not control myself. But
Yeah.
the young lady says, I was 7 years old, holding my mom's hand, crossing the street. I got shot. At age 9, I lost my grandma because that's what she was living with. At age 11, she had no place to live. She had a little sister that she ran away. So, and then in the meantime, she stayed in school. She finished school and with honor grades. And of course, what is important to me is stay off drugs and help your parents if they live, or grandparents if they live.
Whatever.
Whoever that is, do the right thing for your
you're right.
community. You have a scholarship from us if you join that.
Yeah,
You have a
it's a
scholarship.
very powerful night. Let's
That's
put it
right.
that way. Emotionally, it's powerful because the stories from these young men and women inspire you, they thrill you, and they push you on to even do better than whatever we are involved in doing. So
Correct. And the
sometimes
size of the scholarship that we've given also, please, it's from $1,000 to $25,000 scholarship.
Great.
That's what we do on an annual basis also.
We got a phone call. Let's go to the phone.
I'll be happy.
Caller on line 1, you're up. Go ahead.
Yes, I'd like to ask a question. We patronize the Shoneys at Fayetteville, Tennessee,
Yes, ma'am.
and they have taken their liver and onions off the menu, and also we used to buy the salmon with the baked potato.
Okay.
Now it's salmon with rice. Can you tell me why the change?
All right. Thank you for your phone. I promise you this. If he doesn't like it, he'll get it fixed.
You better believe it. Thank you for your call. I appreciate you calling in. And quite frankly, I'm going to check into it to see why our favor onion level's not there, and salmon as well. I'm going to check on both those items, and I exactly will remember. And if you leave your name and your number with the operator, we'll get in touch with you.
Very good. All right. Thank you for that phone call. Deputy Todd Henry, we know that you'll be there on Saturday. We know that Chief Anderson, he's under the weather tonight, but if he's okay and feeling okay, then by Saturday he'll be there as well. The mayor, you got the governor. Is Obama coming? I mean, who else you got coming?
Our great president, I'm afraid he got bigger things to do for us, but he may drop by. You never know.
Drop by, right.
He may drop by. And
All the important people will be there, folks. That's why you need to be there, so that you'll be included in this group of important people helping Metro Police Department do the things that they do. It's one of the best in the country. There's no question about that. And Todd, I know you got to be quite proud, and it's very easy for you to say nice things about your department, isn't it?
It is. I mean, for me to sit up here and speak on behalf of the men and women of the Metro Police Department is humbling to me, because they're out there each and every day doing great work. And because of the work they do is the support we get, not only from the community, from the business community and David Davoudpour and Shoneys. The money we raise is being put into a fund, and almost almost all the money that's in that fund now has come from these Shoneys 5K fund runs. And that money is to send people for extra training. We're never going to have the budget to provide training as we need to.
Right.
And to maintain our status as the premier law enforcement agency in this country, which we are, there's a variety of opportunities out there, especially for leadership management from frontline supervisors all the way up. Also equipment maybe for the K-9 unit or for the SWAT unit that we can't fit into the regular budget. So all this money is going to benefit the men and women on the street who are doing that job each and every day to make this the best city in America.
And folks, if you want to come by and see exactly where a lot of your tax money is going, you come right out here. You'll see the hardware, as we say, right?
Exactly.
From helicopters to horses to motorcycles to everything else that it takes to run the Metro Police Department. On the other hand, you'll see David and all of his fine employees. It takes good people, folks.
Correct.
No matter what
Correct.
business you're in, whether it's the Metro Police or Shoneys or Channel 5, without the people, it doesn't happen.
You know, the most important things that I really see it here for us as a Nashvilleian to show up on Saturday to say thank you to our men and women, and that create a closeness, a niche that we need
Absolutely.
to have,
Exactly.
like what it used to be.
Right.
You know, we need to be one big family in this town, and we gotta show that support. We gotta show it, and
Well,
it's a good thing.
I think, David, you taking the lead, and I think you have taken the lead, don't you, Deputy
Oh,
Chief?
there's no doubt about it. He's at the
And
forefront.
other business concerns, other CEOs, other chairmen of the board, other owners need to pay attention to what's going on here and take a lesson. Take a page out of Shoney's book and David Davoudpour's book and step up to the plate and do something similar.
David Davenport's the quarterback of our team, but we're still looking for other team members.
Without a doubt, what I'd like to also add, I would like to really truly bring this to forefront to let everyone know, without having a great police force, we have no safe community.
That's right. No question about that.
And our mother, sister, children, families, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever we got out there, it's not going to be safe without having a great police.
Right.
And that's a fact.
Oh, listen, you know, how do we sleep at night? We all go to bed every night knowing that the police department is in charge, and if we need them, we pick up the phone. And how many of us have had to use that 911 sometimes, or just call that number and say, hey, here's what's happening, I need you. You know, the old saying goes, I know you guys have heard this, I'm not trying to be derogatory, but it's like, you know, I don't want the policeman until I need them. But
well-
boy, when you need them, you're
That's
glad when they're there.
That's right.
You know, and that is an old saying, but when I talk to my counterparts across the country, we get those phone calls that we used to didn't get, where people call the police to help them celebrate.
Right.
People are bringing pies
Good.
and cakes to the precincts.
Good.
On
They should.
holidays, every holiday,
Yes.
the business community, the community as a whole are starting to come in and enjoy their precinct and understanding that they are part of this community.
Exactly.
And together we make Nashville safe.
Exactly. David, you need to tell everybody again about the 5K run and what time they need to show up this Saturday
Yes,
morning,
this
and
Saturday-
where they need to be.
And that's absolutely true. By Shoney's, Interstate Drive, LP Stadium.
LP Field,
That's
right there.
LP Field,
Right.
on the right side.
There you go.
On the right side.
Just come to the
Yeah.
stadium. You'll see all of the people.
You'll see the activity by
You'll
all
see-
means. We're going to go, of course, crossing the historical bridge. That's the route it's going to be, going to historical downtown Nashville. As we come back, we're going to see the stadium, all the empty seats, of course. And we're going to be coming all the way to the finish line. We're going to have the celebration, of course, to start at that time. The time is 6:30 in the morning. The race will start at 7:30 in the morning. And please, I'm challenging everyone to show up.
Show up. Be there.
Because I got to, let's
Because you're
imagine.
going to match every dollar.
Do the numbers. If 10,000 people show up at $35 a pop,
Your pocketbook has gotten a lot lighter.
I got a nice stuff, my man. And now, of course, bear in mind what I'm challenging all of our men and women in blue.
Sure.
To the Nashville finest, to have your family, friend show up that day.
Yeah.
All of our police officers, I love them for them to tell people to show up for that race. It's an important event.
We're
Because
looking-
I'm challenging all of our team members at Shoneys to show up that day with their family.
Okay.
And our neighbors, our customers, just show up because it's going to be a beautiful morning that
Big
day.
crowd, beautiful morning. Metro's going to be there. Shoney's going to be there. The mayor's going to be there. It's going to be a big day. Thank you, guys. David,
pleasure.
always a pleasure.
Honored
You
to
know
be
that.
here. We
Yes,
love
sir.
you. Thank you
Also,
so much.
Thanks,
thank you
Hope.
so
Thank
much
you for your
being
support.
here. All right, appreciate it, and I'll be out there Saturday, as will all of these people. Look forward to seeing you. We'll be back and continue on this Wednesday evening, ladies and gentlemen, right after this. All right, we're back, everybody. We just came out of halftime. We're into the second half of the show tonight. Once again, our thanks to David Davoudpour, who is the CEO and chairman of Shoneys, and to Deputy Chief Todd Henry of the Metro Police Department, and our thoughts are with Police Chief Steve Anderson tonight, who's under the weather, but will be at the Shoneys 5K run on Saturday.